That is really funny. Yes.
You know, when you get to be, I'm in my 70s now. Knock on wood, I'm in good health. Clint Eastwood is my role model. I want to be directing movies in my 90s, and to do that, you need to be strong and healthy, keep fit, and be lucky. But along the way, if you're still in the business as I am after 40 plus years, there's a couple of generations that have moved up that are making movies and executives and running things. And the interesting thing I found is you might think that I go into a studio meeting and people are telling me how much they love Gettysburg or one of my Civil War movies. But what I hear more often from these executives who are now in their 30s or 40s, they say, oh, you're the guy that made Little Darlings. Because they saw Little Darlings when they were adolescents or teenagers, and it made a big impression on them. So this is my experience, that it's so not just delightful, it's so meaningful for me to hear this response, because that's a movie that really had an impact on these people even before they decided to go into show business. It's the one they remember. And it's the greatest compliment, because it means the movie entered their hearts as people. When I made it, I didn't think of myself as a feminist. I had no self-awareness of that whatsoever. I was just trying to be truthful to the story, emotionally true to what these girls were going through and what Matt was going through, Matt Dillon's character. And that's what I always try to do, regardless of who and age and the sex or race of the characters, or what's the human experience going on. But in retrospect, now, clearly, it's a quote-unquote feminist movie, because young girls identify with it. It's honest about what they're going through, and it's a bridge that each of us crosses once in our life. And I understood that when I was making the movie. Yes, you can joke about it, you can be lighthearted about it, but it's also kind of a meaningful experience in each of our lives. Who we do that with, the other human being that we open ourselves up to and decide to do that with. And that, I think, is what is explored in the movie. And I think that's why it touches hearts to this day. So, yes, the price of the gasoline changes. And yes, there are some musical references that place it in the 1980s. But in a deeper sense, I think it's timeless. Because I think we captured something that is timeless. So people will be able to see this movie, who knows, decades and decades from now, and relate to it.